So with that being said, let's get into the tier list of the best Mass Effect characters. Now off the bat, we have the Doctor. I believe it's Dr. Chakwas, if I'm not mistaken. Dr. Chakwas. How do you spell that? What in the world? Yeah, we need autocorrect for that one. Yeah, okay. Dr. Karen Chakwas. Hold up now. Karen? I didn't know she was all that, but hey, we're going to let it slide for this one time. So, as far as the nurse, it does say Mass Effect Trilogy, so, you know, keeping in mind what she does throughout the whole trilogy. I feel like she's a B-list character. Compared to the rest, I don't want to just give out A's or S's just yet. It may rearrange as far as once we get through the list. But as of right now, I'm going to put the nurse at B. You know, she's definitely an important character, but she doesn't make or break the storyline. Now, Samara. Samara's next up. When it comes to Samara, I do believe she has an integral part of Mass Effect 2. Because, of course, spoiler alert throughout this whole tier list. But when it comes to Samara, I do believe that, well, no, I do believe, it's definitely a fact that she could be killed and swapped out with her sister, I believe, or whoever that is. And people can't tell because it's like her identical twin, I believe. So I think the only person who could tell is like Kasumi, but I'm not, don't quote me on that. So as far as Mass Effect 2 is her being a great character, I would say she's a little bit above the nurse. I really liked her character arc, and of course I think she's a great character. Reminder, I could rearrange this towards the end. I just don't want to give out A and S's left and right. So now we have the Geth guy. I forget his name. I ain't gonna cap. Mass Effect 2. Let me see. This is squad mate. I think his name's Legion. It's not pulling up. I wanted to make sure. Oh, it is Legion. Okay, cool. Legion. I do like Legion. I think he's an A-tier character. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like Legion and the way that the Mass Effect 2 storyline plays out to where you really can't play this character for a lot, which makes him more intriguing. The only way you could play him a lot is if you want to kill off everybody. And I mean everybody, because once you get Legion, you have like a 1 to 2 mission cushion before the Normandy people that the Reapers capture die. So the Reapers come in after you get Legion, steal a lot of your squad mates. If you keep doing missions after that, all those people can die. So it kind of plays into the worst ending. So if you don't care about people dying and you just want to see Legion's gameplay, you can play with him a lot. But because of his storyline being so integral, they sweep in, take out people from your Normandy, and then you have a mission or two type of cushion before you have to play the suicide mission and get them back. So I think Legion's an A+ character because of how he played into the story. Now, I forget this man's name. Let's see. Let me see. Mass Effect. Do they have the names on here? I don't think so, right? No, I don't. Okay. I remember what he does, but I forget his actual name. I remember Anderson, of course, but you know, I actually want to look at his name. Okay, so what's the character list? Oh yeah, see, that's why I know his name. Daniel Udina. I think they called him Udina throughout the whole story. So I think, you know, it's gonna be a hot take, but I actually like this character. I feel like he was one of the people you need on your squad to be the devil advocate. Cause Shepard, Anderson, whole time was saying out, throwing out theories that could be right, but if it's wrong, it could lead into humans not being as higher up as far as getting to the Spectre status. Because if you remember, in Mass Effect 1, they were accusing a Spectre of being a traitor with no proof whatsoever. And I was thinking to myself, hold on now. That's definitely a plot hole. Because literally, when they was looking at the camera footage, when the soldiers were dying, they had a snapshot of the Reaper ship. Now, of course, it happened in Mass Effect 1, so, you know, kind of got to give them a, you know, some leeway, because, of course, that's just, they didn't know how big it was going to be. But I believe that was camera footage, because when the soldier died, the Reaper thing went away. Because when they accused Saren of being a spy for the Reapers, the council was like, but what Reapers? You talking about visions that Commander Shepard had in his head after the first mission? I would be like, hey, look, Look, this is what we captured on body cam footage. It's a whole Reaper ship. Explain this. And then they would have been like, oh, okay, well, y'all showing us something we've never seen before, so maybe we should listen more into about Saren being a traitor. But, you know, obviously, at the end of the Citadel mission, they proved it. But I thought that was a little loophole after me playing the game. I was like, hold on now, that's a whole Reaper ship caught on camera. So anyways, as far as Udina, I put him in S tier. I ain't gonna cap to you. I like Udina. Like, I know that's a hot take. I do like him as an integral part of the story. So anyways, I definitely forgot this girl's name. Let me see. Why does it not give me the entire list? Because I remember, I think, was she a part of Mass Effect 3? Let's see. They don't have the pictures with it. Yep, the names without the pictures is not gonna help me. I ain't gonna cap to you at all. Let me see. You know what we're gonna do? Hopefully. Okay, don't work like that. Let's do this. Zoom in. And then get Jarvis to help us. How about that? I literally had Jarvis pulled up for this reason. Because I forgot her name and I don't know what to actually type in to pull her name up. Because I believe she's on Mass Effect 3, but I don't know. Do a little Mickey research. Not too crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, they done told me this is Miranda. What in the world? Elon. This is why I have multiple. This is why I just call it Jarvis, because I got multiple sources. I ain't gonna cat to you. Okay, so Elon's version of Jarvis did not help. Let's see. All right, cool. That's what's up. Well, dang. Yeah, nobody's giving me like a real answer. I would know if I see it, but I know they're not giving me the right name. If I can't find it, I'm gonna put her a D tier because I ain't gonna cap. If I can't remember it, then she probably wasn't an important part of the story. Okay. I ain't gonna cap to you. I think she shows up in Mass Effect 3 because I believe the Citadel mission, she has something to do with the toothbrush. I think the toothbrush thing is from the Citadel mission. I do believe that's what it's from. So if I was to look at the Citadel mission character list, yeah, she's going in detail. I can't even remember what she does. I ain't gonna cap to you, just off of pure ignorance. Let me see. Yeah, I'm doing way too much research for a character I don't even care about. Yeah, I don't know who this is. D tier. Kasumi. It's gonna be another hot take. She was one of my favorite characters. I'm not gonna lie. I love her her toolkit. How she's able to go invisible. I think her loyalty mission is one of the most unique. I'm not saying the best, but one of the most unique as far as from a 007 meets Mission Impossible type of way, right? So as far as having her in the squad, I would say she's definitely A tier. I'll probably put her right here. All right, so this guy, I want to say Hawkins. Was it Hawkins? Let's see, Mass Effect. No, cause I remember the AI. I'm trying to think of the AI. What they be saying every time you come on the Normandy. Something Presley. I think it's Presley. Like, cause every time you come on, it's like Commander Presley is something to have the deck, right? Oh no, that's somebody else. Oh, don't tell me he the Alliance dude. He's the guy who be giving you all those missions. I ain't gonna lie to you. Hold on now. Every time I go on a mission, and that's who this is. I was like, I know his face. Every time I go into Normandy, I travel somewhere in Mass Effect 1 and 2, it don't even matter. This man pop up, he's like, hold up now. Don't forget you a human. I'm like, hold up now. Why you so aggressive?
You guys. See, that's the problem.
Because if he chose the renegade option, it'll make sense why he's so aggressive. But at the beginning, you know, I'm being a paragon, I'm being a nice soldier, you know what I'm saying? And this man trying to give me a lecture on not forgetting I'm human. Like, I know you expect to. Don't forget where you came from. He giving me one of them type speeches that let you know you made it. And the whole time I'm like, hey man, I'm gonna help y'all out, but you gotta stop all that, you know what I'm saying? That prejudice, you know what I'm saying? Because he's like, oh, you want to help out those other people. I'm like, hold up now. What you mean by that?
I know that ain't who I think it is.
So yeah, this is a dude who's always like, don't forget you a human. Let me see. Alliance Commander. Let's see. Okay, so I do believe I forgot this man's name too. It's crazy. Oh, is it Hackett? It may be Hackett. I'm doing all this off the dome. This is how you know. This is gonna be a long track because you know we getting into Mass Effect, so you know we celebrating N7 day, no cap. Oh, for people watching in the future, we recorded this on the N7 day, so you know what I mean. Don't get it twisted. Let me see. Okay, so well, I got so many tabs open, it's not funny. Oh, let me close some of these. Okay. Let's see. Alliance. Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah, Admiral Stephen Hackett. So I'm not gonna lie, as far as Admiral Stephen Hackett, I do believe he was an integral part of the story. I don't think he's that important. Like, he gives you a lot of missions, but you know, anybody can give you missions. He's just one of the main human commanders, so it's like you have to pay attention to him. So I'm gonna put him at B, right behind Samara. So who in the world? Who is that? Yeah, they can't be putting these random, like, who in the world? Who this is? Am I tripping? I'm not even trying to figure out who that is. Like, if I don't recall who the character is, it probably wasn't that important. We're going on detail. Hold up now, I know that ain't who I think it is.
Shepard.
Nah, I know that ain't who I think it is.
Shepard. Just look at the state of gaming. Like, what is going on?
Sometimes I look at the state of gaming and I just think to myself, if only we had a Liara level character to grasp. You know what I'm saying? The quality, the evolution of the storytelling, the evolution of the character art. It's just top tier. Really can't be compared to any other character. Really one of the most well-written video game characters of all time.
Shepard.
No, I gotta keep it 8 more than 92 because when it comes to Liara, safe to say this is one of my favorite, if not the favorite character for me in video game history. So if there was a higher tier, as far as S, I don't even want to put him next to Liara. Let's see, he gotta move down now. Now Liara on her own tier. That's what I'm saying. I gotta rearrange it. So yeah, Liara is on her own tier. I ain't gonna cap. I wish I could make another one. Can I make another one? Add a row above. Yeah, there we go. And put. Hold on. Can I make this blue? Is this blue? You know I'm Paula colorblind. Y'all don't laugh at me. Paula colorblind now. It's not good to make fun of people. I think that's blue. I don't know if it's not that.
Whoop-de-doo.
You know what I'm saying? If it's not,
Whoop-de-doo.
I'm Paula colorblind. Don't laugh at me. There we go. All right. Anyways, let's get back into it. So, and then we have Saren. I'm not gonna lie, Saren is straight S tier. Really kicked off Mass Effect in a phenomenal way, because every Spider-Man needs his venom, and Saren at the end of the day was just trying to save everybody too, because he was like, bro, we can't beat these Reapers, we need to join them. The whole time they done indoctrinated this man to the point where he lost his soul, man. Saren used to be a good guy, but then the Reapers got a hold of him, so I'm gonna put him on the S tier. I ain't gonna lie, Udina not looking right in that S tier. I'm gonna have to pull him down. Just put him right there. There you go. Okay. Back to what he was doing. Matriarch Benezia. Is that how you say it? Yeah. As far as Benezia, it's so funny. I showed y'all the clip. Let me show it again, because I'm probably gonna splice this up and put it out for people after the fact, as far as me specifically ranking the characters in the Mass Effect trilogy. Let's not pull it up. Try this again. Okay, cool. So, as you already know, I finished the Matriarch Benezia mission, you know, for my NME Plus subscribers. Shout out to y'all who already subscribed to the NME Plus subscription tier of the platform. I really appreciate the support. But, of course, if you haven't seen it, here's a little clip from it. So, I play Mass Effect Legendary Edition. As you can see right here, we having a wonderful, a swell time just taking out her mother.
Have you faced an Asari commando unit before?
Shout out to Harish57 on Twitch for following. Shout out to you.
You humans have.
Let's ask one more time. What about your daughter?
You'd kill your own daughter.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, just showing y'all a little sneak peek. So, let's just say she's also S tier. I would say she's better than Saren, but she doesn't have a lot of screen time. She's definitely S tier. She doesn't have a lot of moments, but of course she gave us Liara. So if Matriarch Benezia didn't exist, if Liara was just somebody we had to save and didn't have any integral part to the story, like Matriarch Benezia gave her through the first mission, through the first game, then I don't think Liara would be the same character that she's regarded as today. Because coming from Matriarch Benezia and then coming into her own as far as the Shadow Broker, as far as being a complete asset to the point in Mass Effect 3, to the point where she was very helpful, all type of connections because of what she was doing in Mass Effect 2. And I'm still sad we wasn't able to play with Liara throughout the entire game, but you know, hey, the Shadow Broker DLC definitely made up for it a little bit, only because I wanted more. So anyways, there's a guy I was looking up earlier. I totally forgot this guy. Was it Presley? Let's see. Presley. Let's see. Yeah, this is Charles Presley. And every Mass Effect player already knows. Every time you get on that Normandy and they say to you, Commander Shepard is on the deck. Presley is relieved to see Commander Shepard on the deck, or something like that. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing I remember from this man. But I would say it was pretty memorable, so I put him at C. Who in the world? Who's that? I'm trying to think. Who in the world? That's from Mass Effect 2 or 3. I want to say that's from 2. I want to say she's from 2. God, let's see. Oh, man, Mass Effect. I want to say that the Krogan Queen is, I don't know her actual name. Krogan Queen. I think they used, let me not say that. Basically, she helped repopulate. I believe that's one of the things she did. Okay. Because I remember that's when you get Grunt, right? Because then you run into... I totally forgot her name. Anyways, she definitely played a pivotal part, because I believe that goes into their back and forth with the Solarians. That's another thing. Throughout the Mass Effect game, you come to realize there's so many different beefs, whether it's the humans with the Batarians, whether it's the Krogans with the Solarians, whether it's the Geth versus the Quarians. I mean, that's the top tier one, in my opinion. When it comes to is it well, yo, why am I blanking on that? Let's see. Okay, I don't know why I blanked on that. When it comes to the Turians, I can't remember who the beef was. I don't think it was the Krogans. Maybe it was also the humans. I don't think people really messed with the Turians like that. I think they was always regarded as like the best combat species. So I think the Turians and the Solarians were the first ones to be on the Citadel. Or maybe it was Asari. I think those was the top 3. Anyways. So when it comes to this, no, okay, I think I remember now. I think the Taurians was let on to the council because of the way they was able to fight as far as combat. I know what y'all probably saying, like, as far as the first contact war, obviously Taurians are beefing with the humans, but after that, humans had real beef with the Batarians. It was like Bloods and Crips. I was like, hold on now, they like capturing whole humans for no reason. So, and no other reason than they just hated the humans. Like, Batarians just hated humans for no reason. So, I said all that to say that I don't remember this character too much. I do remember the general phase and all that stuff was very important, but it may be an unpopular opinion. I want to put her on D tier, but I don't want to disrespect her too much. We're just going to put it right there. All right, and then, oh, hold on now. Is that me? No, just play. But we have the Mass Effect. This is the Mass Effect super fan, right? I believe this is a super fan. Super fan. Mass Effect. And spoiler alert for people who ain't played it. Well, I guess it's really, there's no need for me to say that. But let's just say, he has a great arc. I do like the fan. Yeah, I think it's Conrad Vernier. And Werner. Or Vernier, I don't know. I think it's Werner. So Conrad. Super fan of Mass Effect, not really too important to the series, but because I want to give him super respect, I'm put him right here. Actually, let's stop playing. I mean, he's an integral part of the story, but come on now, like the super fan is just, it's just to add some comedic relief. Really ain't had too much importance in the story. Anderson, you already know. Come on now, drop a bomb for Anderson. Y'all already know how Anderson gets. Like, that man was the first brother in video game history to not cause any racial war. Now, of course, I was only a wee little lad when Mass Effect 1 came out, but I do not recall anybody coming out and being completely racist to the point where Anderson had the whole Spectre arc. Nobody said anything about it. So I think Anderson is one of the first black video game characters to come out, and nobody said a peep as far as why is this man black. Shout out to that.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Shout out to that, man. Shout out to Mass Effect fans for not being racist. So as far as Anderson, to all jokes aside, let me close out some of these tabs. I got so many tabs open. I kid you not, it's egregious right now. As far as Anderson, my favorite moment is definitely the Citadel when he gives you his crib. It's pretty solid. You get to listen to his voice notes as far as his background and his family upbringing and stuff like that. One of the ideas that I did have as far as maybe having his son or daughter be a part of the future Mass Effect games, I think that would be fire, because I feel like you always need ties to the original to make people accept the future, if that makes sense. Like, you have to keep people who are tied to the original to make people be like, okay, let me give this new trilogy a try, right? I think that's where Andromeda messed up on. Like, can you even name one OG character from the Mass Effect trilogy that was in Andromeda? I ain't gonna lie, that tea hitting, especially when you're under the weather. Anyways, so yeah, when it comes to Anderson, some way, somehow, we need a tie into the future games. Whether it's his daughter, whether it's his son, whether it's his younger brother, we need something as far as being able to play him or her. And you can easily make it like, 2K does it all the time, you know what I'm saying? Just have the, the couple that Dr. Umar hates. Have the black man, white girl, if you want to make your own character, and you can make them any race. Right? Is that how it works? That's not how it works. But yeah, I get the point. Maybe don't even show the mom, right? Be like, oh, the mom died in the explosion. And so you can make whatever character you want. But anyways, basically what I'm saying is we need some ties to Captain Anderson. All right, so this one, I don't think this is Commander Shepard. I think this is the Citadel mission, because there's two of them. Is Commander Shepard over here? Oh yeah, he's right. Yeah, Commander Shepard's right here. So when it comes to the Citadel mission, I'm not gonna lie, this is another outing where the Mass Effect team was in their bag. Like, it literally felt like, and not to disrespect the OG writing team, but it literally felt like they brought in whole new writers for the Citadel mission, or the Citadel mission was given a different tonality before they started writing. Like, they was like, hey, everybody dying in Mass Effect 3. We need y'all to be a little happy-go-lucky with this mission. And I think the writers switched up completely as far as all of the dialogue, but still stay true to the Mass Effect trilogy. So I'm gonna put this on S tier. Putting it above Saren is kind of tough. No, that's not putting it above Saren. We tripping. But it is S tier. Definitely S tier. All right. Garrus. You already know how I feel about Garrus, man. Drop a bomb for that man. That man was in the field like, Shepard, tell me what to do. Should we kill him or not? Should we spare him? I just don't know how to go about these situations. I just want to switch something. And whether you use the Paragon or Renegade option, Garrus basically, regardless of your decision, turned into one of the most ruthless combat T's? Is that a word? Anyways, combat efficient Turians we've ever seen. To the point where they gave this man a gangster name. They said, nah, that's not Garrus. That's Archangel.
Shepard, just look at the state of gaming. Like, what is going on?
So I ain't gonna lie, S tier. And I will put him above Anderson, but I ain't gonna cap. Anderson is still above Garrus in my opinion. But Garrus is definitely one of the best characters, if not the best, in the whole Mass Effect trilogy. All right, so is this supposed to represent the Reapers, or is this the Protheans? There's 4 eyes. It seems like it's the Protheans. Protheans. How you spell that? Oh, there we go. I spelled it right. Cool. All right, so that was the ancient race. They was before the Reapers, I believe. I believe they created the Reapers or something like that, like over 50,000 years ago. And I ain't gonna cap. I wonder if they have the actual dude in here who's a Prothean. Yeah, this man right here, S tier. I'm not gonna cap to you. The way he was talking, you would thought it was Jesus himself. This man was like, hey, bro, I've been here. This is how it's gonna go. This is how it's gonna happen. I know we skipping around, but we talking about the Protheans right now. This is how it's gonna happen. All that short-term grieving and all that stuff, y'all gotta cut that out because the Reapers are here. They're gonna kill you. But this is maybe a way you can get over it. Because the way that Javik was talking, he was basically like, bro, we've been through this. They gonna kill y'all. The Reapers are gonna kill you. They're gonna officially take you out. But, you know, he still helped you as far as overall mission. So, when it comes to that, the evil Protheans, I will say, they were not better than Cerberus, but it did add a nice experimental villain as far as taking our focus away from the Reapers. Now, we did learn that they was under the Reapers' control because, of course, once they killed all the Protheans, they mind controlled them, and that's why you was fighting a lot of them in Mass Effect 2. You realized it was controlled by the Reapers. So, because of that, it does have to go in the A tier. So, I'm putting A tier. It's not necessarily S tier, but I believe the Protheans served as a fantastic misdirection to getting back into our fight with the Reapers. And, you know, Mass Effect 2 is my favorite. So the Protheans adding that level of mystery was phenomenal once we found out that the Reapers was controlling them the whole time. Like, imagine you fighting the Reapers and the thing you're trying to stop, they already been doing 10 times over with other species and just mind controlling them to do their bidding after they defeated them, right? So it just made the Reapers even more of a respectable foe. So anyways, then we have Grunt. Now I ain't gonna cap to you. When it comes to Grunt, some would call him an off-brand Rex, but to me, not saying I wasn't fond of Rex, but he wasn't my favorite like he is with a lot of other people. I do like his dialogue with other people in the elevator in Mass Effect 1, but did I use him a lot? Of course not. Most times I'll be using Liara, Garrus, Liara Tali, or Garrus and Tali. And then even from that's when I went into the CDE team, right? So Rex was a part of that. So for me, he didn't hold too much of a priority as far as who I pick as squad mates. But I will still say Rex is better than Grunt. So I will say Grunt probably goes in the C tier. Now, Mordin. That's the name, right? Mordin? Let's see. Mass Effect. Nah, that's the Prothean dude. I'm tripping. What's the man's name? Hold up. Solarian Song. Mass Effect. I don't know. His name is Mordin. What in the world? Why did they show the picture of the Prothean? Yeah, this is why people be using the AI, man. I kid you not. I literally typed in the right name. Okay, cool. So, Mordin. One of the smartest, if not the smartest characters in the whole show. I'm a little biased because I love when smart characters or written well, because if you're a bad writer, you have no business writing an intelligent character, because the plot holes are going to be through the roof, right? So for Mass Effect to be top tier in the way that they was writing, to have Mordin break down specifically what should happen and who should do it as far as in the suicide mission, I think that was a great attention to detail as far as showing how smart he was. Now, of course, when it came to the Genophase thing, he had a lot of things that he regretted, which is why, you know, he had to go out in a blaze of glory, right? Or I believe you could save him if you do a lot of decisions that nobody would even think of, which, you know, overall adds to the Mass Effect trilogy. Because, of course, you're going through Mass Effect 1 not thinking that one of the decisions in Mission 2 will end up in the ending of the Genophase affecting Mordin's decision, whether you can save him or not. And even if you do save him, you're doing something very horrendous as far as the overall faking the cure for the Genophase. I think that's what it was, because Mordin was trying to cure the Genophase, because the Genophase killed the Krogans, I believe. If you saved Mordin, I believe he didn't cure the Krogans. So basically, there's a lot of decisions that leads up into being able to have Mordin side with you and not curing the Genophase and just act like it never happened. But you have to do a lot of things throughout the whole trilogy. Like, if you was thinking you could, you know, save him in Mass Effect 3, you're sadly mistaken. So anyways, I say all that to say, Mordin, I want to put him in S tier, but man, we got so many characters to go. I'm not gonna lie, I really liked I really liked our conversations with Mordin in Mass Effect 2. I keep saying Mass Effect 2 is my favorite game. So a lot of Mass Effect 2 characters I hold in high regards. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put Mordin in S tier. Ooh, that don't look right. Ain't no cap. I don't know, man. That may be changing. That may be changing. That may change, but I'm gonna keep it there for right now. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it right now. Remember, this is my list, so you can always make your own list for the people watching in the future. Comment your list below, or who you think is the top 3 or bottom 3. But right now, you know, it's my list, and as you can see, it's gonna change throughout the rankings. Okay, so when you come to what was it, Eva? Let's see, Eva. Let's see. Yeah, Eva. Wait, that was the name, right? Let me make sure. These pictures on the internet be crazy. Okay, no, Eva is like literally somebody I don't even know. Who in the world? Who in the world is that? Oh, ED. Okay, my fault. All right. Another hot take. I ain't okay. Because I like Mordin, I also like ED. I do like how she helped out in the Elusive Man mission in Mass Effect 2. If you had her on your squad, I think you may have had to have ED on your squad because she knew the ins and out, but don't quote me on that. So when it comes to ED, I believe she's a very underrated character in my opinion. I like the way that her character evolved into something greater. It's almost like Marvel's Vision, but in Mass Effect form, because the way that ED evolved and began to be a real asset to the team. What am I talking about as far as Mass Effect 2? I think in Mass Effect 2, the Elusive Man, ED helps you hack a lot of things to get to Elusive Man. That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about this version, because I don't think this version came until Mass Effect 3, I believe. Actually, let's look that up. Let's do some Mickey research. Can't be doing fake news over here. Criminal form. All right, after doing our Mickey research, we found out that ED acquired her humanoid form in Mass Effect 3 during the main story mission Priority Mars. Okay, so I am right. Okay, so when Mass Effect 2 happened, she helped out as being able to hack certain things in Mass Effect 2. But she didn't have any physical mobility. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. So, anyways, Mass Effect 3, I'm not gonna lie, I did like her evolution as far as getting the humanoid form, and her romance with Joker goes back to my Vision point even more. The Vision and Scarlet, ED and Joker. I thought it helped both of the characters as far as the overall story throughout the trilogy. So I'm gonna say Edie is a strong A. Okay. I think this is Jamie. Let me see. Jamie Mass Effect. Okay. Jamie Mass Effect. Let's see. Why is it pulling up Andromeda? Did I not type in the right person? It's Mass Effect 3, right? Oh, it's James. Okay, James Vega. All right, so James Vega. Not gonna cap. He may be the worst squad mate ever, because I believe he could be on your squad, which, you know, don't know why that is. Why is he taking up a slot when he is this boring of a character? Like, I believe they was trying to go for, like, maybe actually, let me figure out before I just say it. Let me see. Okay, so essentially, trying to figure it out. Yeah, I ain't gonna cap to you. I'm looking at his backstory. I was like, maybe I'm missing something. But then again, I don't think I am. Yeah, he's probably the worst character. I ain't gonna cap to you. Anyways, on to Joker. Big Joker. You know what I'm saying? Isn't it crazy that you had such a great story arc, but there's a Joker in DC that you already know has one over on you.
Shepard.
Now, I just gotta keep it 8 more than 92, because of course, you're a phenomenal Joker. You're just not the best Joker. But in Mass Effect, you're the best for me. Pause.
You guys. See, that's the problem.
So as far as Joker, definitely S tier. There's no question about that. I'm just trying to see where I put him in S tier. So I'll probably put him right here. In Mass Effect 1, he doesn't have a lot of dialogue intricacy as far as the layers, but Mass Effect 2 with Edie and Mass Effect 3 with Edie, I think it helps out even more, especially the way that he helps out in Mass Effect 2 when the Reapers are coming in to take some of your Normandy members. So Joker definitely made up for it in Mass Effect 2. A lot of moments in Mass Effect 2 I think grew his overall arc. Oh, the ninja dude, he comes in Mass Effect 3, right? That's who the hate man, what's that man name? Elusive Man. That's who he sent to come after us, I think. Ninja Man. I'm just gonna type that in. Ninja Man. Mass Effect 3. Not gonna lie, I may be kind of biased with this one. So it's Kyle Lane. Now, I just told y'all how much I like Thane as a character. So when it comes to Kyle Lane, I'm not too happy about his character. I look at Saren up here. I look at, hold up, do they have the Reapers on here? Is that the Reapers? I look at the Reapers right here. Automatic S tier, right? So when it comes to Kyle Lane being he technically wasn't a main villain. He was like a sub-villain, but still, Saren was technically also a sub-villain when you compare it to the Reapers. Saren is S tier. Kyle Lane is nowhere near that. But he wasn't terrible. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put him on B. I believe his character arc wasn't the greatest. I may put him on C. Actually, let's put him on the end of B. His character arc wasn't the greatest. It's really, really bland, in my opinion. He was serviceable. Elusive Man was sending him, but that was it. So that's why I'm not putting him on A or S tier. All right. I don't know who in the world this is. Is this Kelly? I ain't gonna cap. I really just randomly said that name. Kelly, Mass Effect. Oh, hold up now. Score 1 for me. Yes, sir. Look at me getting my Mass Effect knowledge a little test. That's crazy. All right, so yeah, Kaylee Chambers is Commander Shepard on Normandy. When did she come in, though? Mass Effect 2 and 3? I don't remember a lot about Kelly. What does Kelly do? Primary job to keep under Normandy to keep spreading new emails. Okay. Offering input on missions and outcomes. I don't remember that. So my man Presley just got replaced? Is that what I'm hearing? Well, I guess because of Cerberus. I guess that makes sense. trying to say. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. Oh, she became a dancer for Shepard? See, that's why I like reading through this. I had no idea. Okay. Okay, so when it comes to Kelly, as you can tell, I had to do a lot of reading for that origin because I don't remember her arc at all. When it came to her arc, I do remember there was some people using her as like a romance option. And I just found out that she could dance in Shepard's quarters if you go with the romance option. So I mean that's something if you into that. But it just seems like she's a better replacement of Presley. So I will put her right here. I don't know if I feel right having these two ahead of the Queen though. Like I don't think the Queen had the biggest impression on me, but I think she was still better than these two. But anyways, all right, let's keep going. It's all humans at the bottom of my list. Well, not all of them. Kasumi is technically a human. Anyways, who is this man? This was Jake. This definitely was Jake. Let me see. Black man, Mass Effect 2. I forgot his name. Squad mate. All right, we gonna find this. Black man, Mass Effect 2, squad mate. What in the world? Wow, how come they ain't put, bro? Yeah, we don't have a lot of black people as squad mates. Why didn't that pull up? There we go. Mass Effect 2 squad mates. Here we go. Jacob, that's his name. Jacob. Jacob. You already know where you going. I forgot your name completely. I'm not gonna lie though. Your loyalty mission was very solid. You see, I thought I was gonna say top tier. No, it was just solid because I was gonna put you in the D tier, but because of your loyalty mission being solid, I'm gonna put you right here. I think that's solid. Yeah, I think that's what's up. Actually, let's spice it up a little bit. Put you closer to the C tier. You know what I'm saying? There we go. So a little C plus maybe. Anyways, the Reapers. Hold up now. I don't want to give Reapers no kudos. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, put my personal biasness to the side. Hold on, is this the Reapers too? What is this? Hold up. What's the difference? What's the difference of these two? All right, what's the difference of this? This is the Reapers. But what is this? I don't know the difference. This looks like it's from Mass Effect 3. This looks like it's from Mass Effect 3. I don't know the difference. Not gonna cap to you. Don't know the difference. Are they trying to have me talk about the last Reaper compared to like one of the first Reapers? Okay, so I'm not sure if the Reaper showed up in. Okay, I'm so confused. I don't know what that means. I think if I had to guess, give an educated guess, I will say that this is one of the last appearances of the Reapers, like Mass Effect 3, and then this is one of the first appearances of the Reapers, like in Mass Effect 2. I think. I don't know. So all I'm gonna say is, if this is the last appearance of the Reapers, yeah, they should just had the Reapers on here. It's just one entity. Like, I'm trying to think back. Yeah, there's just one entity that's controlling like a whole civilization. Maybe I'm tripping. Okay, so let's just do Mass Effect 3 Reapers, Mass Effect 1 and 2 Reapers. Let's just do it like that because I don't know what this means. So as far as Mass Effect 3 Reapers, you already know that has to be S tier. I ain't gonna cap to you. I mean, the whole reason for the story. You know what I mean? We have to stop the Reapers. The whole reason. Like, there was no other reason. Shepard been trying to get the council to understand that we've been fighting the Reapers all this time, and they looking at us and saying,
Whoop-de-doo.
I'm like, hold on now. Don't y'all know the Reapers can kill us? Council like,
Whoop-de-doo.
I'm like, hold on now. Don't y'all know the council just brainwashed your favorite Spectre? And they said,
Whoop-de-doo. And we beat these folk. Whoop-de-doo. We beat them. We go forward.
they wasn't even saying we can beat them and go forward. They was basically saying, we don't believe you. You need more people. So, anyways, Reapers definitely S tier. Okay, so Shadow Broker. I ain't gonna cap to you. Shadow Broker is definitely S tier. I'm not gonna lie. Everything that revolves around Liara has to be S tier. So as far as Liara getting her Shadow Broker status about fighting whoever this was, and I ain't gonna cap. There was nobody you ran into like this. So whenever, because in Mass Effect 1 they hyped up the Shadow Broker, and Mass Effect 2 they hyped up the Shadow Broker. You're thinking the Shadow Broker is gonna be the biggest of the bad, right? So to run into him that doesn't look like any of the other species, technically I would kind of say he's Batarian, but I still don't know what race he is. I think that's phenomenal. So definitely going S tier. Probably towards the end of the S tier list, but definitely S tier. So should I put him over Matriarch Benezia? Probably put it right here. All right, cool. I think that's a solid placement. Okay. Ashley. Uh-oh. Hot take. Nah, I'm just playing. Not really hot take. I like Ashley as a character. Aside from her racist tantrums. I ain't gonna cap to you. She had a lot of moments. But she was just throwing out racist rhetoric left and right. I mean, talk about, oh, you want to have all these species all on our Normandy when you already know this is a human spaceship. And the Shepard had to say, hold up now. First off, that's racist. Second off, they helped us build the ship. So they deserve to be on here just as much as we do. And guess what Ashley said?
Whoop-de-doo. And we beat these folk. Whoop-de-doo. We beat them. We go forward.
Ashley wasn't going for none of that. So certified racist as far as Ashley, but guess what? I still liked her character overall because she kind of came around. She wasn't as blatantly racist, but at the end of the day, she was one of the best human soldiers. I ain't gonna cap to you. She was definitely top tier as far as the B or C team. Like I said, I always took Liara and Garrus, Liara and Tali. I never really took Ashley on a bunch of missions. But I did switch her in every now and then. She made it on the team more than Kaden and more than I would say maybe more than Rex. Her and Rex is probably tied. Anyways, so for Ashley, I will say Ashley is a strong. I would say Ashley is a B plus. I ain't gonna cap to you. I'm looking at my list right now. I'm not mad at that. Ashley is a strong B plus. All right, now y'all let me know. I don't even know where to start with this man. Who in the world? Who in the actual is this? Am I tripping? I don't even want to look up who this is. I ain't okay, bro. We didn't even have this. We didn't even have this much trouble with the girl with the toothbrush. Yeah, let's go and put him at detail. I don't know who in the world that is. Oh, hold up now. Now I told you about my Enemy Plus subscription tier, right? As far as did something fall? What in the world? Oh, like something fell. All right, whatever. Back to the show. So, I told y'all how I have my Enemy Plus subscription tier, right? So when it comes to that, I do have a lot of different mods as far as what I'm playing because I'm playing it on PC, so I was able to implement a lot of different mods. And the reason why I'm saying that is to lead up to something that would be a spoiler, right? But I wanted to mention that at a very particular time in the covering of this tier list, just in case you wanted to join the subscribers and join the Normandy as far as watching my entire Mass Effect Legendary Edition playthrough. So anyways, getting into Kaidan. Kaidan, I think he's a very underrated character. I believed if he would have had more time to shine, if they didn't give us the ultimatum between Ashley and Kaidan, I think he would have been a higher tier character. So what I'm gonna do is, I can't rank him off potential. I never really experienced Kaidan in Mass Effect 2 and 3. But what I will do, I will give him more respect than the C tier, right? So I'm gonna put him right here. I think that's solid. Yeah, we're gonna put Kaidan right there. And then of course, when it comes to Miranda, you already know.
Shepard.
All right, my fault. You know what I'm saying? I got chill out. I gotta watch my words with Miranda. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let's just say Miranda is a valuable character. You know, sometimes in the company, you know, you need certain assets to make the company more appealing, so you bring in more revenue, right? Miranda is that asset for the company. So when it comes to being one of the greatest assets to the company of Mass Effect, safe to say, has to be S tier, and I'm not gonna cap to you, has to go over Garrus. I know what y'all saying. That's a hot take. It is a hot take. But at the end of the day, she can never be Liara, but she can always be Miranda. Does that make sense? The world may never know. So yeah, Miranda's definitely going S tier. And then, you know, all jokes aside, from a gameplay perspective, her biotics reminded me of Liara. From the romance option, you already know how that went down. From the storyline option, she was very tied to Elusive Man, really like his right-hand woman. And then from her sister arc in Mass Effect 3, that is where I feel like they dropped the ball. Liara and Miranda should have been an actual playable squad mate in Mass Effect 3. Why did they not do that? It kind of made sense as far as... No, actually, hold up. We gotta do some Mickey research right quick. Hold on, my fault. Shout out to... Hold on now. What the world? Shout out to Dino is the Stars 90 for following on Twitch. Drop a bomb for that one. All right, let's get back to our Mickey research. All right, after talking to Jarvis, I just thought of something, but I had to fact check it because, you know, I didn't want to, can't be spreading fake news. So, let's see. Okay. Okay, yeah, so that theory was not proven. Okay, cool. Well, I don't know why Miranda wasn't more in Mass Effect 3. I believe maybe it was because I heard a theory before, but maybe that was about Liara. Huh. Okay. Whatever. So she did have well, no, that's Liara's voice actor. So anyways, as far as Miranda, that's the only side tangent I would go on. I feel like Miranda should have had way more time as far as being in Mass Effect 3. And if that's my only critique of me wanting more of her, then you already know that she was one of my favorite characters in the show. So easy S tier. Easy S tier. So let's see. All right. I believe this is the guy from the first mission that like completely dies to Saren. At first, I thought he was gonna be like the guy who turned on us, but he was actually pretty cool. So, you know, sad that Saren murdered him in cold blood. You know what I'm saying? Sad day in history. So anyways, because he has limited screen time, I can't lie to you. He has a pivotal part in the story, but you can't place him that high. So I'm gonna go low C tier. All right. So now, what in the world? Hold on now. Hey man, call me a fake Mass Effect fan. Who is this? Who is this? I can't even ask Jarvis. Jarvis don't even know how to pull up the pictures. That's crazy. I don't cap to you. If I can't remember you, you probably wasn't that important to the story. So you're gonna have to you probably gonna have to go D tier. Not gonna cap to you. We'll put you right here next to this other guy. I don't know who in the world that is. Anyways. This is the girl from the Omega DLC, I believe. I forget her name, but Omega DLC. This was one of the greatest, one of the greater DLC for pieces of DLC for Mass Effect. So I forget who you played with. I'm trying to see what was the actual name. Was it Irene? Let's see. Oh! Irene is from the Omega DLC? Huh? Developing. Okay, my fault. I'm reading it. I'm not even telling y'all. I forgot. You know, there gotta be a show. Liara T'Soni, which is the person we're about to get to now, I believe. Let me make sure. Liara T'Soni. Mass Effect. I was like, who was that character? All right, we're gonna get back to her in a second. Okay, so after I close out all my 100 million tabs, there we go. All right, so this girl right here, the one I'm moving, apparently, Liara T'Soni, who's right here, took an interest in Kandros, which is her name, and essentially helping her hone her biotic talents while developing her military experience. Liara also allowed Irene the time she needed to reconcile with her new way of life and her unexpected and initially unwanted abilities. The two developed a relationship, but eventually parted ways due to irreconcilable differences. Irene renamed on Omega, unbeknownst to Liara, and went on to assume control of the Talons. Okay. So she's like the main boss of the Omega stuff? It's a time depending on Irene scouts ahead. She's incinerator. Okay, so that's why I don't remember her. Okay, so I guess she was a part of the Omega DLC. I don't remember her story though. Across the When did she fight Shepard? I want to know what she. Let me just type in Shepard. Sorry, gang. Okay, so Irene was originally envisioned as an Asari gang lord. Irene is the first female Turian to appear in the Mass Effect game. In addition to voicing, also provides one to voice female Inquisitor of BioWare's Dragon Age Inquisition. Oh, okay, so the voice actor for the first female Turian also voiced the female Inquisitor from BioWare's Dragon Age Inquisition. Okay. In a conversation with Shepard shortly before setting out to shut down the Cerberus force fields on Omega, Irene made, quote, a great human who once said, "To thine own self be true." This is a line from Act 1, Scene 3 of Hamlet. Okay, so it seems like she was a good guy. But it's like, okay, I'm not gonna cut to you. I still don't remember her, so she gonna stay right there because ignorantly I don't know her like that. As far as my playthrough, it makes sense that she was part of the Omega DLC, but guess who I remember? This person right here. So she definitely has to go higher on the list because I do remember her a lot throughout the Omega DLC. And as far as how high, that's a good question. I would probably put her above let's see. I'll probably put her ahead of the assassin. I ain't gonna cap to you. Let me see. I'm trying to see what in the world. Why did I forget her name? Was it Kami? I told y'all, man, I'm 25 going on 80. I'll be forgetting names like left and right. Is it Kami? Mass Effect. Kasumi. Okay, I keep forgetting her name. That is kind of a tough name though. Yeah, Kasumi. She's gonna have to go ahead of her. So that's what I'm gonna say. So I really liked Arya as a character, and then when the Omega DLC came, like she was really prominent as far as her presence in a lot of the DLC, as far as her being a commanding force. And then of course you already got Commander Shepard, who got all type of accomplishments under his belt by this time. So those two was like, it was like Kobe and Shaq during the Omega DLC. Like they was going crazy. So anyways, that being said, Elusive Man. Now you already know when it comes to Elusive Man, this man also added on to the overall Reapers taking over. And the reason I dropped the bomb for that one, because if it wasn't for Elusive Man, I don't know if Mass Effect 2 will be held in such high regard by me, because Elusive Man added another layer of quality storytelling that really wasn't present in Mass Effect 1. Yes, they did touch on Cerberus as far as side missions in Mass Effect 1, but I do not believe Elusive Man was ever even named during Mass Effect 1. So a completely new addition, and we already know as far as Andromeda, whenever they try something new, it doesn't always hit. So a completely new addition to the overall legacy of Mass Effect, which is the Elusive Man, playing out like it did as far as it adding on to the quality of the story in a very pivotal way. I have to put Elusive Man in S tier. So we're gonna put Elusive Man right here. So I say all that to say, my favorite scene with Elusive Man is when he basically is like, hey, listen here, Shepard. I got all the money in the world. I got all the resources in the world. And you're a Shepard. You've been doing this on the council budget, the budget that they've been giving you. But guess what? With me, there is no budget. And I know he was evil. I was thinking to myself, man, that's a great case. And then, not even to mention, Elusive Man brought Commander Shepard back to life. I mean, if it wasn't for you, I mean, Mass Effect wouldn't even exist if it wasn't for Elusive Man bringing Shepard back to life. Who was going to bring Shepard back to life? Like, honestly. That man came back to life in Mass Effect 2 and Miranda was sitting over him like, oh, hold up now. Elusive Man, all the billions you spent to put Shepard back together, like, think about it. All the races on the planet. And then after what Shepard did in Mass Effect 1, the Reapers was like, nah, bro, we got to get you up out of here. And Elusive Man spent billions of dollars putting Shepard back together. And then just to have him turn on him? I mean, I know he was evil, but Elusive Man definitely had his feats, man. He had his feats. So he brought Shepard back to life. So Elusive Man, even though he was a villain, he was always good in my book. All right. Anyways. And then now we have let's see. Oh, this is actually Samara. What in the world? Hold on now. Hey, I done fell for a twin sister. All right, so this is actually Samara, I believe. So I mean, it still stands. It's the same. They're a part of the same story. So yeah, I think this is a twin sister, and this is actually Samara. So with that being said, Samara, honestly, we just go right next to her twin sister. I mean, I guess technically her twin sister should go lower on the list since she doesn't have that much airtime, but I mean, it's basically the same person. Like if you kill Samara, her twin steps in and literally says all the same dialogue, and it's the same voice actor. So it's like nobody's gonna be able to tell that that's a whole new person. So yeah, I'm not mad at them being side by side, literally twins. With that being said, now we got the GOAT. Hold up. Now we got the G, O, A. All right, y'all get the point, right? But T. And y'all already see the banner. Y'all know who's in the background. Hold up now. Y'all know who is in the background. Hold up now. I mean, can I get an amen?
Shepard, just look at the state of gaming. Like, what is going on?
I look at the state of gaming, I just say to myself, man, they don't make characters like they used to, man. They don't make characters like they used to.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
So, not gonna cap to you. Liara does have her own tier. But I may have to put Shepard up there. If I put Shepard up there, I can't label this Liara anymore. That's tough. That's tough. I mean, technically, in my playthroughs, we was always with Liara. You know what I'm saying? There's really no other species that we, what they be saying when they married, like we ain't have our eyes on nothing else. Our eyes just got taken away. So, we just gonna put Shepard on S tier. So, anyways, who is this? Okay, so I'm not gonna lie to you. As far as the Reapers, I'm just gonna assume this is the Reapers in Mass Effect 3. I'm gonna assume this is the Reapers from Mass Effect 1 and 2. Because I don't know why in the world they're on here twice. So, with that being said, I do believe that they should probably just go side by side, honestly. Because the Reapers are still the Reapers. It don't matter when they showed up. I ain't gonna cap to you. So we're just gonna put them side by side. We're gonna do what we did with Samara. I feel like the people who made this, they should have like put more like labels on like the pictures that look similar. Like what we supposed to take different from this? So anyways, let me find out who in the world is this. Who is this? Who in the actual? Boy, I ain't even gonna take the time to look you up. I know you wasn't important. I don't know who was that. Who was that, bro? Oh, are these just the squad? Oh, hold on. Let me not be disrespectful. Let me make sure. I think these are the people that just salute you around the Normandy. And if y'all didn't know, I mean, there's a reason why I end every stream doing this. It's literally because of that. So, I think this just maybe this represents all the different people on the Normandy that be helping out. That be helping out Shepard. So we're not gonna disrespect them. We're just gonna put them. Let's put them. I ain't gonna lie. If this is a representation, which it may not be, but if this is a representation for every person on the Normandy, they would have to go A tier. But I don't know if this is what that represents. I don't know if it represents a single person or the people on the Normandy that makes it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like Udina. Like, without Udina in the story, like, it doesn't have the story beats that makes the trilogy a classic. Like, it's present throughout the entire trilogy. So, that's tough. That's tough. I'm going to put them right here. I think that's fitting. That's fitting, right? That's solid. All right, anyways. Then we got Jack. So, when it comes to Jack, I know she a fan favorite. And guess what? As far as her fighting abilities, she's top tier to me. Drop a bomb for that one. But when it comes to everything else, I was really vibing with her. Like, I was like, hold up now. This girl crazy.
You guys. See, that's the problem.
And I know that was a whole character arc, being crazy and things of that nature. But she was too crazy for me. And then Mass Effect 3, when it came around and she was actually teaching kids and giving them like actual training, I was like, oh, okay, so she's making the 360 as far as a character arc. So, I ain't gonna lie, she is one of the best squad mates. I say all that to say she is one of the better squad mates. So, I would probably put her... I didn't use her a lot, because obviously I use Miranda and Garrus a lot. So, as far as Jack... Jack to me didn't play that much of a pivotal role. I ain't gonna cap to you. Like, she was the most powerful biotic, which is why you recruited her. That's another thing about Lucifer, man. He gave you all the resources. He was like, yeah, you want the most powerful biotic? Go right here. You want the most powerful Turian? He didn't even know it was Garrus at the time. Go right here. Oh, you want the most powerful Krogan? Well, they took like Rex's DNA or somebody's DNA and made like the super Krogan. So go right here. Like, the Lucifer man was really on point. That's why he's up here. So anyways, but still, as far as the storyline, I don't really care too much for Jack. I'm gonna put her next to Ashley. I know that's gonna be a super hot take. I know y'all probably irate. You're like, hold up now, what? Ain't no way you put Jack below Ashley. I liked Ashley because, you know, as a black man in America, I feel like we need representation of the whole spectrum of humans. And yes, there are more races than you would, you know, be inclined to believe. So Ashley being a racist, but also having that character evolution to be like, you know what, these people are not that bad. Like, I like the overall loop. I was like, hopefully people in real life could, you know, take some of that, but obviously they didn't. So anyways, yeah, I'm putting Jack behind Ashley. I know that's probably the super hot take of the tier list. All right, and then we got the GOAT. We got Tali. You already know Tali, one of the greatest squad mates. I'm not even gonna cap. It's not even close. So as far as Tali, she added so much to the overall trilogy. She added so much that I may move Legion up, honestly. That's how high I'm gonna put Tali. Tali is actually top tier. I don't know. I think I may put Tali right there. I think that's fine because she's easy S tier. As you can see, it's a bunch of S tiers, but this is my favorite trilogy of all time. So with that being said, I will say Tali. Not only the battle with the Geth and how her dad was like one of the high-ranking members, to where when you went on that mission, it was very pivotal for the overall war between the Geth and the Quarians. But and this is why I go back to my Legion take. When you take Legion on that mission, right? Because they give you a mission or two type of cushion to get through to the main mission. They give you a mission or two if you want to sacrifice people from your ship. But for the most part, you should just go straight to the ending mission, right? That's what I love about Mass Effect 2, because play that for the first time, you have no idea what's about to happen to you. You pick up Legion, you think it's happy-go-lucky, man, we got a whole Geth on our team, and guess what? The Reapers swoop in. It was like, hold up now. These people getting a little too strong. So the Reapers swoop in, and you have to go straight to the last mission. But of course, once you replay it, you realize that you have to hold that mission for the last as far as getting Legion. But if you don't care about sacrificing people from the Normandy, bringing Legion on the Tali versus the Geth mission is some of the most hilarious banter I've ever heard in video game history. To the point where we gotta do a little Mickey research, and I gotta show y'all exactly what I'm talking about. Because I don't think I understand how hilarious some of this stuff is. All right, here we go. Let's do this one. Let's pause the music right quick. All right, let's go with this one right here. Can y'all tell I'm a huge Mass Effect fan? I don't know if y'all can tell by now. So shout out to this man. Showcase exactly what happens when you bring Legion on the mission with Tali. Well, I ain't gonna cap to you. This is some of the most hilarious dialogue you will ever see in video game history.
What happens if you bring Legion to the migrant fleet for Tali's trial in Mass Effect 2? Find out in today's video. What's up, everyone? Big Dan.
All right, let's get it. Shout out to Dan. I watched a lot of his videos. I ain't gonna cap to you. Actually, let's hit the like button. You know how content creators always say hit the like button? You gotta practice what you preach. This man be putting out phenomenal Mass Effect coverage. Anyways, let's get back into it.
In Mass Effect 2, the main story is nearly over. So many mate. But if you wait to do Tali's mission and
he's basically saying the same thing I'm saying about Legion being there. If you take Legion on other missions, the people on your Normandy dies. That's basically what you're saying right now.
Unique instead of a core with weapons.
Look at Shepard. He just slapped her. He like, hold up now. Get that out of my face. Boy, don't you know a Shepard? It's Big Shepard in here.
Shepard.
Yeah, Big Shepard.
Get that damn thing off my ship before you...
Like y'all gotta remember, there's a whole war between the Geth and the Quarians. Literally, the Quarians are on the ship because they're planetless. No, they're not apartmentless. They're not homeless. They're not complexless. They're planetless. They don't have a planet because the Geth took over and killed all of them. Well, not all of them, but they had to escape on ships. So now they live on ships. Literally, the Quarians are like the project babies of the Mass Effect universe. It was all due to the Geth. So bringing Legion on this mission, this is why they acting like that.
Start an incident that makes the Ascension Project fiasco.
You're defending your ship. I respect that. But don't try to intimidate me, Captain.
Look, Shepard don't care about none of that logic.
Or what?
See, they be talking to Shepard crazy.
Or I take off this mask and breathe germs all over your nice, clean ship.
Savage.
I'm letting you aboard as a favor to Tali. The Geth is too much.
I told y'all,
Leave
it's
it
the...
on your ship.
If Legion gets out of line, I'll take him out myself. If you know my record, you'll know I've killed hundreds of them.
Why
know my
should I
body?
believe you?
Captain, if Legion acts suspiciously, I'll kill it. You
Yeah.
know that.
Tali Zora, you never stop causing me trouble.
Oh yeah, I forgot. That's her dad, by the way.
Return to guard positions.
Wait, is that her dad? I think
You
that's her
get
dad.
one chance. But given the charges against you, Tali, you're doing
Oh, no. Her dad died. This is just somebody random.
yourself no favors.
What do you mean?
They're charging you with bringing active Geth into the fleet as part of a secret project.
That's insane. I never brought active Geth aboard. I only sent parts and pieces.
As you walk through the ship, you will overhear other Quarians in total disbelief that Tali is just casually hanging out with
walking
a
with a Geth.
Captain let a Geth onto the ship. I'm lodging a complaint. Tali Zora arrived with a Geth. What more proof do the admirals need?
Like they just like, bro, this species wiped us out to the point where we're like planetless. We're on the ships, living off ships, and it's because of them.
When the trial starts at the hearing,
Geth is present in the courtroom. Does Tali Zora think to affect this hearing?
Hold on. Hold on.
again, usually Admiral Chorus objects to Shepard's presence at the hearing, but this time he will protest against Legion instead.
Security. A Geth is present in the courtroom. Does Tali Zora think to affect this?
Like, get them up out of here, bro.
Captain John.
Shout out to Salem Mohammed for following on Twitch, man. Hopefully you enjoyed that little flashback. But yeah, hey, ain't no cap to you. Tali, one of the GOAT squad mates of Mass Effect. So that's what I was thinking about putting Legion higher on this list because of Tali's status. Like, Tali is really a one of one. I ain't no cap to you. One of the greatest characters ever written in video game history. So I would probably say I'll probably leave Legion right there because he has such short time that I think this position is pretty solid for him. Anyways, back to Javik. I ain't gonna cap. Javik was talking all type of mess because his race is the one who came before him, got wiped out by the Reapers. So he had all type of knowledge, right? That's why in Mass Effect 3, he was one of the standouts to me as far as the additional squad mates. So, let me see. Let's see. Actually, I was trying to see. Doing a little Mickey research, but this one shouldn't take too long. Okay. Anyways, so when it comes to Javik, I do believe he should be high, but not too high because he had a lot of knowledge. He was dropping gems throughout the whole Mass Effect 3. He's basically like, bro, I know you Shepard. I know these people adore you. I know you already got a crazy track record, but hey, bro, let me tell you right now. My whole civilization got wiped out by the Reapers and mind controlled them and turned them into their own army. What do you think you about to do? And Shepard said, we gonna try. How about that?
Whoop-de-doo. If we beat these folk, whoop-de-doo. We beat them. We go forward.
That's basically what Shepard told him. So Javik was dropping all type of gems. So he's one of my favorite squad mates as well. And I believe he's such an integral part of the story because he's so unique that he has to go high on this list. I don't believe he deserves to be S tier, but oh wait, hold on. You already seen I put the enemy Proteans up here, so it's only right. I don't know if is he over ED? I don't know if he's over ED though. I ain't okay. Like this is the enemies. Like these are the enemies you run into to where they gave you like a nice distraction from the Reapers. Javik was a nice additional Prothean squad mate, but his impact wasn't as great as the Prothean enemies, if that makes sense. So Javik just by himself, I would say I'll probably say he's right behind Ashley. I ain't gonna cap to you. So yeah, I give him like a B plus, honestly. And then Thane, hold him now, drop a bomb for Thane. And then pour one out for Thane.
Shepard, just look at the state of gaming. Like, what is going on?
As far as the squad mates that I would have loved to sacrifice, before Thane, there was an extensive list. Pause.
You guys. See, that's the problem.
So when Thane died, safe to say, I was irate. I was looking at this. Where's he at? I was looking at this off-brand G.I. Joe ninja, wondering why did he take away one of my favorite characters? And safe to say, I couldn't find an answer, man.
Shepard, just look at the state of gaming. Like, what is going on?
I couldn't find an answer. So because of that, Thane has to go higher on my list because I'm a little biased. I really like Thane as a character to the point where he almost climbed the ranks higher than me, or higher than Garrus to me. But to be fair, Garrus and Saren is in a nice spot, an interesting spot, because I don't want to put him in front of Saren, but I don't want to put him too far behind Garrus. And Tali is the GOAT. And Joker's also the GOAT. I ain't gonna cap to you. Hold on now. We may have to slide this man down a little bit more. Actually, let's just put him in front of Sorta. Shout out to Denny Reyes for following on Twitch. Shout out to you. Hopefully you're enjoying this Mass Effect breakdown. Not too crazy. So when it comes to Thane, I'll probably put him in front of Mordin. Yeah, I really like Thane as a character, and he was becoming my favorite, but it's just so short that I have to put him lower on the S tier. But he's still S tier, which should show you how much I really enjoy the character. It's just I can't put him higher because, you know, limited screen time. Even though you do get to play with him a lot in Mass Effect 2. It's just a lot of these other characters that's ahead of him, even some of them behind, are throughout the entire trilogy. Really, all the other ones ahead of him is like throughout the whole entire trilogy. So when it comes to that, now we got the boy, we got the boy Rex. Hold on now, drop a bomb for Rex. Because you know that Rex only respects violence. And as far as respecting violence, let me just shout out the live audience one more time. Shout out to the 400 plus we have across all platforms. If you're new, just know you can click my link tree in my bio to, I said it backwards. I'm live on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Kick. And if you're new, just know you can click my link tree in my bio to know that any one of those platforms, if you prefer the live streaming aspect on, those are available. So that's why I say that for the people who are new and don't know I'm on other platforms. So whatever platform you prefer. So anyways, back to the, one more shameless plug. For the people in the future, watching our Analytic Dreamz video, make sure to rate this 5 stars and share this to somebody who you think would love extensive Mass Effect coverage.
Shepard.
Not only Mass Effect coverage, but celebrating in 7 day.
Shepard, just look at the state of gaming. Like, what is going on?
And last but definitely not least, we have Rex. Rex definitely has to go towards the top. So I will say, and there's some characters missing that I can't really. What character do I feel like is missing from this whole list? Because there's certain people I'm like, why are they not part of this list? Like the council. Where's the council at? Hold up now. We can't rank the council. You could have had all 3 of them in the picture. That's tripping. They tripping. I'm trying to think. There's other characters too. I'm like, hold up. I don't know about this list, but it's tier list. I ain't feel like making my own. Like I said, it was last minute. So, anyways, we rank what we have. Rex. Rex goes towards the top. Not gonna cap to you. He may be. I want to say. So for me, I've already said multiple times that Rex wasn't like a standout to me, but I know how important he was. So to be fair, I would probably say that he's right behind the Prothean enemies. Maybe a hot take, but it's my hot take. So I'm trying to think of other people besides the council. The council not being on this list is a crime, right? Like, you're dealing with a real Mass Effect fan, not having the council on the Mass Effect Trilogy characters list. Like, honestly, I know you can kill him off early, but guess what? So can you can also kill off Kanan, and he's right here. So I think the council should have been on this list. I'm trying to think of other standouts in Mass Effect, because the council probably would have won S tier, honestly. But you have the council. Who else? I'm trying to think who else. That's probably it. Honestly, as far as the main characters, the council was one that they really missed. Looking at this list, I can't tell anybody else that they really missed. As far as, I'm trying to think of all the squad mates, if they missed anybody who I cared about. Okay, they got all the squad mates in my opinion. Oh, hold up now. Where's the reporter? You know what I'm saying?
Shepard.
Nah, I gotta let them know. I need a name, a list of emails or names, however you want to choose it, of the people who slapped the reporter, because I'm snitching.
Whoop de doo.
Never in my 25 going on 80 years of life on planet Earth did I think slapping the reporter would have went so viral on social media.
Whoop de doo.
So as far as the reporters, you know, technically, if Commander Shepard was a woman, you know what I'm saying? I guess it's woman on woman violence. But for the male Shepards out there, hold on now. Y'all had a lot of hatred in your hearts for that reporter. And y'all was taking it out. I was like, hold on, hey. I had to pinch myself. I was like, am I on planet Earth? When does it become acceptable to
Shepard?
All right, y'all get the point, right? They was celebrating slapping that reporter. I was thinking to myself, dang, I've never slapped a reporter. Am I one of the few nice people on the planet? It's like, hold on now. So I like the reporter. I ain't gonna cap to you. The reporter should be on this list. I could go on for like literally days talking about Mass Effect. So I like this list. I think it had enough of the characters to really have an extensive conversation like we already just had. So if my love for Mass Effect didn't come through or didn't exude throughout this whole video, pause.
You guys. See, that's the problem.
Then I don't know what will. So finally, to give you the full list, as you can see right here, Mass Effect Trilogy characters tier list. As you can see, this is why I ranked everybody. So I ain't okay. I'm gonna take a little screenshot myself, because I did, you know, I took my time breaking this down. So, you know, take a little screenshot myself. I'm a little Mass Effect connoisseur myself. You know what I mean? Always good to savor the moments. I ain't gonna cap to you, because as a Mass Effect fan, I don't really break down the tiers too often. So I'm definitely gonna keep this in the tuck. Tier list breakdown. Mass Effect. Yep, there we go. So anyways, as you can see, the one and only
Shepard.
Nah, you know, I gotta let them know. The one and only Liara has a tier of her own, because that's, you know, just one of, if not the greatest character in video game history. And then, of course, starting off S tier, you already know that we have Shepard. Oh! Hold on now. Where's female Shepard? Am I tripping? Is this female Shepard right here? Nah, it can't be, because she has her own picture. Anyways, we're just gonna act like this is the male and female Shepard, because they probably would have both been up here. I probably would have put the female Shepard ahead of him, just because, you know, I feel like that's the most popular for other people. So I was just like, you know, for me, I don't care which one goes in the order. But anyways, starting off the S tier, we have Shepard, both male and the female version. And then right next to them, we have the Reapers, of course, I don't know why they have two pictures, but anyways, we put both of them in the S tier. Right after them, we have Captain Anderson. Salute the black man. After him, we have Elusive Man going crazy. We have Miranda, Garrus, Saren, Tally, Joker, Shadow Broker, Thane, More Than Soulless, the Citadel enemy, which is basically your Shadow clone, and Matriarch Benezia because of her ties to the one and only Liara. So that rounds it off for the S tier list. Getting into the A tier, we had the enemy Protheans that showed up in Mass Effect 2. We have Rex. We have ED. Keep in mind, this is in order. We have Udina, Counselor Udina. We have Legion. We have, what was this girl name? Liara T'Soni from the Omega DLC, and, you know, from Mass Effect 2. I believe she was in Mass Effect 2 or 3. I think she was in 2. And then we have Kasumi, which I think Kasumi is probably the biggest hot take out of this whole tier list. I don't think a lot of people really put respect on Kasumi name like that, but, you know, that's just me. Ashley. Oh, my fault. So that rounds it off for the A list, right? The A tier. The B tier, we have Ashley, Javik, Jack, which I already know this is a hot take, a scorching hot take, because people love them some Jack. I don't cap to you. We have Samara. We have Samara's twin sister. I just assume that this person is all of the members on the Normandy. I don't know if this is the actual specific human or not, but we just put this person as a representation of everybody on the Normandy. So that's what we have. We have Hackett, Commander Hackett, the guy who be giving you all the human missions for the Alliance. We have Dr. Chakwas, and then we have the off-brand G.I. Joe agent right here. You know what I'm saying? Not too crazy. So that wraps it up for the B list, the B tier. Now for the C tier, starting off the C tier, oh, we got our boy Caden. Shout out to him for making it higher than the other people on this list. We have Grunt. We have, dang, I forgot his name. I'm not even trying to be funny. What's his name? James? Jaden? If I type in black man again, it don't pull it up, so. All right, let's ask Jarvis. I'm not being funny. I totally forgot his name. That's why he's so low, because I just don't remember too much about him. Except for his loyalty mission. His loyalty mission was solid. Anyways, we found it. All right, so Jacob Taylor. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I put him on C tier because even though his loyalty mission was pretty solid, overall, compared to the rest of the characters, he just wasn't doing it for me. So, as you can see, I'm keeping the 8 more than 92 because Anderson's is straight A tier right after Shepard and the Reaper. So, I hold Anderson in very high regard. But Jacob's character could have used a little bit more help. All right, so the C tier had Caden, Grunt, Jacob, the Queen of the Krogans, I believe. What was her name? Cassie? Katie? Katie got bands? No, I'll just play. I totally forgot her name. I think it was Kelly. Let me see. Kelly, Mass Effect. Kelly Chambers. That's what it is. Okay, so apparently she could like dance in your quarters in Mass Effect 2. I had no idea. I didn't know she was such a, you know what I'm saying? She was such a
Shepard.
All right, my fault. I ain't gonna say it. So, anyways, when it comes to Kelly, she was in my C tier. When it comes to this man, totally forgot his name. From the first mission in Mass Effect 1, got completely murked, got just switched down by that man Saren. So he was still a serviceable character though, so I liked him. He proved a pretty important point as far as the overall gameplay and the story loop. And then we have Presley. I think that's Presley, right? Yeah, when they be like, Commander Presley is pleased to see you on the deck or something like that. D tier. These are the complete obscure characters that I could care less about. And I say that as I'm about to say super fan. I do like the super fan though. I ain't care. I only put him at D tier because come on now, what does he really mean to the story? It's really just a comedic relief. So he's not a bad character. He's just forgettable, and that's how I ranked this list. So we have the super fan from Mass Effect. This girl with the toothbrush, totally forgot her name. I don't even know who this person is. I ain't okay. I gotta put her at the end. What in the world? I don't know who this is. So she's definitely gonna be the worst. James Vega, I believe that was his name. Still don't know who this man is. Got to put him at the end. Don't know who in the world these two people are right here. And then we have the first female Taurian, which of course showed up in the Omega DLC. But, you know, another shameless plug. I am playing the entire Mass Effect Legendary Edition on my NME Plus tier as far as my platform. So when it comes to my Mass Effect Legendary Edition playthrough that you can find on Analytic Dreamz video on Spotify, shameless plug, I use the mod to where it's more inclusive as far as having a lot of different female Taurians. So even in my original playthroughs, it didn't really dawn on me that there was no female Taurians because, you know, the aliens, like, I don't know, like even in the Krogans, they had a female Krogan. It looks same as Rex, so I didn't really think they was gonna look too different. Which, you know, technically they're slimmer in the face or whatever, so that's whatever. But yeah, at the end of the day, I will say very forgettable. So that's the D list, man. Very forgettable, but basically. So as you can tell, Analytic Dreamz, Mass Effect, character tier list breakdown. Drop a bomb for that one. So at the end of the day, click my link tree in my bio. Let me know on one of my social medias. What do you think about my Mass Effect Trilogy characters tier list? What do you think about Liara just being completely leaps and bounds above the competition when it comes to one of the best video game characters of all time? And what do you think was the worst placement or the best placement of a character on my list?
Shepard, just look at the state of gaming. Like, what is going on?